always have a backup day. No one will ever have a 100% success rate when it comes to filming our videos on time and on budget. It's impossible. But you can still do certain things to increase the probability of success, and one of the easiest but most overlooked is having a backup day. When you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars securing a set, renting a tank, etc., make sure you have the ability to extend them in case something goes wrong. It might not even be your video. Something might go wrong on gaming, and now I need to slide your video a day to make up for it. I'd also rather have a hypothetical 90% cool-looking tank with a dope owner who is making life easier on us, letting me do whatever I want, and the ability to pay extra to add a day than a 100% cool-looking tank. But the owner micromanages what we do, and there is no backup day. This example is obvious, just throwing it out there to inspire you. Always check with creative before you do something like this, but backup days are necessary, and ideally, we work with people that see the value in us and love us, so they will be even more flexible. Don't take anything at face value, always dig. One of the common themes you're probably seeing is accountability, and this doubles down on that. Don't take anything at face value. Always dig. This is particularly important when dealing with people outside the MrBeast production team. If someone says something too good to be true, find out why. If it's fishy, investigate. If you need 10,000 pillows by next week, and you've called 10 pillow companies and none have more than a few hundred in stock, but then the 11th company magically has 10,000 pillows, investigate. Are they drop shipping? Are the pillows shitty? Why the fuck does no one want your pillows? Push and get answers. What tends to happen is people think their job is done by finding the 10K pillows and just order them, only for us to find problems with them when they arrive, but it's too close to the filming window to fix it. Do not overly trust people outside the company. Investigate and verify what they say, or it is your fault if they don't pull through. If you spend any amount of time with James, you'll hear him bring up higher forms of communication a lot because it's important and somehow very overlooked by most people. The worst thing you could ever do when you need something for your critical component is email someone at the company. The best is to talk to them in real life. It's very important you know when to call people for stuff, grab them in real life, and when to text them. The lower the form of communication, the more miscommunication you will face. As I'm typing this, you have no idea if I'm laughing, smiling, happy, mad, or sad. You can't read my body language or my face, and because of that, it's not guaranteed that you'll understand what I'm conveying. Need more toilet paper in the bathroom? A text is probably fine. 1 week out from a video and the thing you are working on just went south? Minimum, a multi-way call with the heads of the video. Ideally, grab them in real life if you can. The more complex what needs to be said is, the higher the form of communication you should use. Call first, then text if they don't answer. Since we are on the topic of communication, written communication also does not constitute communication unless they confirm they read it. Own your mistakes. I hate excuses, and I despise with my entire soul when people just try to save face instead of learning from how they messed up. Mistakes are okay. Genuinely, they are, and I expect you to make a lot. That's perfectly fine. Every veteran here has cost me $1 million at one point or another, and you can go ask them yourself if I ever held it over their heads. The reason I'm okay with fuck-ups is because I know that's how you learn. I see it as me investing in you and your brain, hence why I have zero tolerance for C players, and they must go immediately. Those fuck-ups could be done by an A player that will retain the information learned. I just beg you that you learn from every mistake and try not to repeat it. That's when it gets annoying. I've never ever once fired someone on the spot for messing up. You have nothing to be afraid of. Own shit so we can address how to fix it and then move on. Nothing comes before your priorities. When you're being assigned tasks, you should have what we call a priority list. If Ali says your priorities are get a Lamborghini under $200,000, get it wrapped in anime characters, and make a custom steering wheel, then nothing on this freaking planet is allowed to come between you and getting those priorities done. If the other team asks for your help and you spend 2 days helping them and fall behind on getting your Lamborghini secured, that's your fault. If the studio is burning down and you stop working to put out the fire and don't get the Lamborghini, that's your fault. But seriously, don't let anything come before your priorities. Use consultants. Consultants are literally cheat codes. Need to make the world's largest slice of cake? Start off by calling the person who made the previous world's largest slice of cake, lol. He's already done countless tests and can save you weeks' worth of work. I really want to drill this point home because I'm a massive believer in consultants. Because I've spent almost a decade of my life hyper-obsessing over YouTube, I can show a brand new creator how to go from 100 subscribers to 10,000 in a month. On their own, it would take them years to do it. Consultants are a gift from God. Please take advantage of them. In every single freaking task assigned to you, always ask yourself first if you can find a consultant to help you. This is so important that I am demanding you repeat this 3 times in your head. I will always check for consultants when I'm assigned a task. Use math, science, vision, approvals, or budget. Everything you need can be solved by one of these 5 things above. Use math, science, vision, approvals, or budget. No does not mean no. When dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take a no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of and you call the local Dollar Tree and the person that answers says, "No, you can't film here," that literally doesn't mean anything. Talk to other employees, see if any are fans, or if any have kids that are fans. Or if any have kids that are fans, try talking to their boss's boss, have me DM them on Twitter, and try their social team, etc. If after all avenues are exhausted, you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't just stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined, dramatically improves your probability of success when producing here. Work on multiple videos every day. Please do not come in and only work on one video during a workday. That's how you fall behind on future videos and create a nasty cycle that I'm trying to stop. If you drop everything and go all in on a video for 3 days, then that's 3 days your other videos will fall behind, and eventually, you'll have to drop other videos to focus on those videos, and it will snowball into where you can't do anything but focus on what's right in front of you because you murdered any lead time you had. If you ever only work on one video during a day, you failed as a MrBeast employee that day. Be able to hold a camera. Obviously, everyone has their roles in the company, and TBH, if you can consistently lead and produce videos for me with a 90% success rate, I don't care if you piss in the sink every day, I'll still love you. But having said that, it'd be nice if at some point you got training on our style of holding a camera. When we do a big shoot that's not local, it would be nice to not have to bring 10 million production people and 100,000 camera people. If, for example, there are only a few scenes that need a couple of extra cameramen, I'd love for us not to have to fly, house, transport, and baby more cameramen when we could just have a few people from production or creative help for those overflow scenes, because typically, the more cameramen we have filming, the less important each shot becomes. 1 out of 10 good, 10 out of 10 bad. YouTube has a feature that compares a new upload's performance to the previous 9 videos and tells you how the views rank in the first hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, etc. This is what it looks like.